Do boats speak to you? I don't mean this in a weird sort of kooky kind of way. I mean it in like when you see a vessel, the way it's been designed, the way it's been put together, does it speak to you and give you an idea of who is intended for? Because I feel that's what I'm getting with this boat. And what I'm getting is this is a boat that's designed to keep the family together. Ladies and gents, the Riviera 6800 Sport Yacht Platinum. This is going to be the first detailed tour and test drive because you're watching Dan's Boat Life. I'm Dan Jones, hello. And yeah, we're going to go right through this boat in as much detail as I could possibly allow for with the available sunlight left in the day. So be prepared. This is going to be a serious video. Starting out here on the back of the boat, and then we're going to make our way through the interior and finish off in the engine bay. This thing has actually been designed for a sea legs. So that's an amphibious tender made in New Zealand, super popular in Auckland. So if you're watching from outside of the region, if you're going to somewhere remote that doesn't have a dock that you can pull up to, that's the sort of tender you want, and you can fit it in this tender garage. And I just want you to pay attention. You might be able to see those tracks forward. This actual deployment system is very luxurious, and I really want to stress the point that I mentioned in the beginning, that I believe this is a style of boat that's going to keep the family together, because I see multiple generations enjoying their time on a boat like this, because you've got so much space, so much accommodation, and such a practical layout, and it's a boat that can be driven and operated by 2 people and even 1 if you know what you're doing. We are going to prove that in a separate video, and I'll link to that at the very end of this demonstration. So that's on tracks. When that is in the garage itself, we actually have 2 lockers underneath my feet, just here on port, another one on starboard, for those electric sea bobs. So those, you know, those fun little sea bobs. I think if you're going to buy this boat, make sure you paint them to match the big boat. It'll look super cool. And underneath this big door, they've gone to all the extra little details. So coming close, you can actually see a rain head, shower, and some lights. It's super, super nice. And just look at the quality of the construction. This is just classic Riv. You know, the wiring loom that goes into this door has been done in stainless steel. It's so well finished. We've got the controls over there on the starboard side, and you've got these huge, big stainless steel rams here, hydraulic rams, to open up the whole thing. Now, when you are deploying the tender, this platform, it actually lowers. So it lowers into the water and forms some stairs, and then that allows the tender to drop down on its tracks and then into the water, and then you can get rid of the tracks or the cradle, and then this whole space turns into a bit of a beach club area. And you could also raise this as well, use it like a bit of a passerelle, I guess, even though we don't really use those in Australia, but if you're watching from Europe, you'll get what I mean. Now, this goes into the engine bay, and it also provides access into the crew quarters with its own toilet. Through a double door from the crew quarters, you get into the master cabin. So if you're running this boat by yourself, you can go from your bedroom straight out onto the transom and have a coffee in the morning and jump in the ocean. It's that easy. Super cool. Now, these stairs raised, you just unlock this one, and we've got town water connections, we've got fresh and saltwater deck washdown, and we've got shore power, and we have another shore power connection on the starboard through a similar setup, raising teak stairs like that. We've got our hot and cold shower just here, so if you didn't want to use the rain head, you've got this option here. And the little details on this boat are noticeable. I'm going to point as many of them as I can. This is the kid and doggy door, but just come in close, come in and check this out. Actually, I'm gonna leave that. Come in and have a look at this, Dean. Look at the teak. It's thick teak here, and I know, because if you haven't seen my factory video, they use an incredible amount of teak because our weather is harsh here in this country. You don't want to go light on like the European boats with teak decks, and they don't. And they've also carried the same theme through here. Isn't that beautiful? And we've got a rope locker. So that's designed to carry or stow the tail of your lines when you've secured the boat. And then look at this stainless. Look how beautiful this is. And it's been sanded to the, within an inch of its life. So that ain't rusting on you. Once again, we saw that in the factory video. Now, on both sides, we actually have these opening gates. So this opens like so, and then this one, if you press in here, it opens outwards, but then it doesn't protrude too much if you're coming into a dock. Just gives you a little bit of easy access, and we have the same on port and starboard. And we'll go forward a bit later because I want to take you straight inside. Oh, should we go? No, let's go forward now. Come on, it's fun, it's nice. This is actually for securing your fenders. And then, boom, nice, neat stainless steel. Saw a few of those. We've got the courtesy lights on the floor, and notice how they finish the teak just there. Super practical. If you want to use your boat a lot, you don't want to be cleaning it. In the Southern Hemisphere, that's a great thing to have. The details are noticeable. So we've got this leather inserts, we've got soft rounded sides here, high gunnels, and we've got this safety rail. Nobody's going anywhere. You can see the sporty overhang of the roof, like I've seen on a lot of these sport yachts, gives you a little bit of sun protection. We did notice, even though it is winter here in Queensland, it's still a bit hot. So we had the AC going, but it was nice having this overhang stopping too much direct sunlight coming on my face and heating me up even more unnecessarily. So we go across flat deck and up one step just here. We have the active fin stabilization running right now, and that is a bar. So we're going to have boat wash, and we might have the odd little swell coming in and rolling us around. So hopefully you can see the boat's not rocking. It makes a huge amount of difference. Come up here, and then I'm going to point out a couple of really cool things about the design. So first thing I love, access. All right, I don't have to go all the way around. Actually, maybe, yeah, no, you can see from there. I didn't want the sun to be in your eyes. So this is super handy from a perspective of taking the covers off at the beginning of the day, and it really is one of the only things you need to do. You can leave these covers on if you want to drive around and not muck about, but if you're going to utilize this area, you can take them off, but they've been designed in such a way that, well, actually whoever designed them has had to put covers on and off before, because he or she has done a fantastic job, because you can still open these lockers and you could, whilst leaving the covers on. So guys, let me just quickly show you. This is a fender locker. Okay, oh, big, strong. Okay, that's a fender locker. They've put this rubber base here, so any moisture is not going to interfere with anything you put on the floor there. And just look at the quality of everything, from the rubber seals to the plastic handles. It has been designed to go to sea. I love that. And then we have on this side here, okay, that's storage, but on the same position on the starboard side, it's actually an esky, or you could use it as a kill box if you're into your fishing. These are the bases for the carbon poles for a sunshade to protect this whole area. And then come and check this out. This is cool. So this is all a bit of a sun lounge. Where can you see? Try not to get the sun in your eyes there, guys. But this here is also, it's storage, but it's also a backrest. How cool is that? Now, look underneath it on both port and starboard. It's actually functional storage space. So they haven't wasted any of this. And then you go forward and down like so. But if you're doing an afternoon little party thing up here, you can also face your mates in that direction. How good's that? Heaps of space. We've got some drop-in tables in here as well, so we can utilize this for eating or sun lounging. And the functionality from a no-nonsense point of view, it's some of the best that I've seen. It really is. So this is a escape hatch. down into the VIP. That is not allowing any sun through, because as you can see, we've carried teak through this area just here. But isn't it nice to be able to walk through the middle and then go out on port or starboard side if you need to walk around the boat. Super, super handy. So we spoke about all the anchoring gear and the anchor locker in the test drive video, so you can just watch that if that's of interest to you. We've got the stainless steel windscreen wipers. We've got some speakers underneath the overhang just here, and super stylish. I love these roofs because they've done it in this this beautiful, I guess we call this like a gunmetal grey, but then you can see the radar mast and the aerials and the spotlight have all been blacked out. Everybody wants that. It looks cool. I think it's great. That was a platinum feature that they brought in years ago and realized everyone wanted it. So let's go in this Helm door. So you come down that step and then pay attention to the opening electric window that we have on both starboard and port. And let's just go in this door. And welcome to the saloon. So let's come back and show you the cockpit, because I didn't show you that before. It's absolutely gorgeous. And here's where some more little details are going to stand out. So the timber, the highly polished timber at the base of these seats, it's just lovely. It's something you get welcomed aboard when you step on, and your eyes are drawn to this. And then obviously this beautiful table here. It's absolutely fantastic, but it's also not over the top. I love how the designers are thinking about harsh climates like ours and putting timber in places where it looks good, but it's not going to require too much maintenance, because that seat is going to have a cover over it, and so is that seat, and so will this table. And even if it didn't, this whole area here is under full protection from the sun and from the rain because of this roof that extends all the way out the back here. So logical, sensible, hard plastic, clear glass here, so it's not really going to get wet at all if if you're underway. And we have this drop down shade just here that's electrically operated just here, so the low light, the hot summer light, if you don't want it belting into the boat, you can knock it all out with this drop down just here. But hopefully that gives you a feel for the perspective. So now, do you see what I mean about multiple generations being able to enjoy a boat like this? Just imagine how many people you can seat out here in this space. And this is just one of the spaces you have available to you. We've seen the bow. Now let's just open up this. We've got 8 drink holders in the middle, beautiful stainless steel, thick timber, and it's heavy. Oh, look how beautiful. Come in close, just look at all the grain. Look at how this has been done. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's been built to last. So just have a look out there, Dean, mate. Just allow everyone to see this view. That's going to be your view on a Saturday arvo from here. It's fantastic. So we do have, I'm pretty sure, these seats opened. Here we go. Yes, so these open up. Same again just there. So there is some storage. I don't recall there being, no, there's no storage under this one. We've got the rope locker there and the starboard door, and then here we've got this beautiful barbie area, and the amount of refrigeration on this thing is epic. So this looks like a Korean bench top. It's quite thick, and then when we open it, proper Aussie Barbie setup. So we've got 2 Barbies, Kenyan Barbies, electric off the genset. See the amount of stainless up here, so you've got heat protection, and it's got a little safety on it as well. So that's super cool. We've got the bin, decent bin. These are drained. I've seen these on all the Rivieras. And we have another one inside in the Galley. Refrigeration, we've got multiple options. So 1, 2, and this one has a freezer drawer in it. And then we have an ice maker, I'd say. Is that an ice maker? Yes, it is. It's an ice maker. Essential, but they can be unreliable in time, so just be aware of that. You're going to need one. Decent drawers, and then another drawer. Oh, this is for storing your Barbie stuff. Boom, boom. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, so overhead, we do actually have an opening skylight. So I like how it's been done in GRP, so we're not letting any sun through because we don't need extra sun in this country. We've got overhead lights is what I was trying to say. Overhead lights all the way around, and then this place is going to be well illuminated if you want to eat at this table, but then if you want to allow some fresh air or a little bit of sunlight, that's going to work. We've got speakers there and there, and I don't know is this a door to get to the roof? What is it? What is it, Dean? Oh, it's a TV. I didn't know. There you go. Okay, so the TV here. That's good. All right. Okay, so I think I've covered everything. We're going to be going into the engine bay a little bit later. You've got a camera just there. That'll be for security. And the door is a sliding door. Great big stainless steel job. And this window is a drop-down electric window. So this is operated with some of the buttons here. However, they're not individually marked. So you're just going to have to work it out and remember them, because some of them do lights and some of them do functions like the window. Not the end of the world because it looks cool. I think if you had writing all over it, it might sort of, take away from the vibe. Now, come inside. I want you guys to feel this galley. It's functional, it's Riviera, it works, it's social, because look, we can communicate with everyone out here, we can communicate with everyone just there, and we've got heaps of refrigeration and sensible features. We've just been out in the ocean, rolling around in some waves. Didn't affect us too much because those stabilizers were so good, but 1, 2. I don't know which ones are fridges and which ones are freezers, so you're just gonna have to ask your dealer. But look how they've faced this fridge in timber. Come in close and see how lovely that's been done. It's all, the edges are all so well rounded off. It's really, really nice. So it's all matching. This stops them from opening in a seaway. Proper fridge just there. That's our sea zone. That's how we start at the beginning of the day. We have another one of those at the Helm. Very, very simple operation. These things, a lot of Riv owners are experienced boaters, but these boats have been designed in such a way that you don't actually have to have that much experience, because you can just come here and just basically set it to cruising, and it turns all the switches on that you're going to require to operate the boat for the day. It's as simple as that. Then when you go out, if you just set it on night mode or away from the boat mode, it does the same thing. So typical Riv, they have included all the glassware and allowed for all the cutlery. Look at the fittings, everything's proper stainless steel, no plastic there. That's actually air conditioning coming out at us just above. I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's one of those fire alarm thingamajiggies, but I'm not too sure. And got some nice drawers here. I think I saw that was alcohol storage just in there, so it's lots of alcohol. That's cool. We've got a small sink just here, so this is where you probably want to make your cocktails. And we've got a larger sink on the other side, so it's nice to have the separation. We've got the wine cooler, so that's going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why has it got 2 sections? Maybe you can have different temperatures above and below. I don't know. If someone who knows more about wine, jump in the comments and let us know. And this is the U-shaped galley itself. So now this is the proper sink, then that's the smaller sink just there, and you've got a big fancy tap, got a bin. That's the same sort of bin that we saw out there. That's you can wash it, and we've actually got a dishwasher in here, essential, although not huge. You probably, I wonder if you can option it with 2 dishwashers, because this one is storage underneath here. That would be interesting to know, because if you are entertaining for 3 generations, that's not going to be big enough, so just consider that. Storage underneath here, hydro tap. What's a hydro tap? Is that like a water cleaner thing? Oh, sparkling water. Oh my God, it does that. So you can have regular water and sparkling water. You can have regular water. How cool is that? I didn't even know that was possible. That's awesome. Okay, so up here, all the Riviera glassware, the coffee setup. I think this is the corner where you would assemble your coffee machine just here because you've got power. As you can see, this one's going to the US because it's got those weird US plugs. And then we've got storage here. This is going to be good for some electronics when they're fully charged. And this is a nice place to put some of those things. Pots and pans are going to go really well under here, and that goes around the corner. It's quite deep storage just there. And underneath the Millet stove, that's another good place. Pots, pans, even those picnic, serving platter type things will go well there. This has got, how many burners does this have? That's like a big circle, and this is like a rectangle. I think that means burner, burner, burner. So, anyway, I don't really, you jump in the comments again if you know more about a Millet induction than I do. This has got the extractor fan there, so don't worry about too many smells and not having an opening window there because that has been catered for. And then you've got the microwave on this side, more drawers, boom, 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 heaps of facility for cutlery, extra bits and pieces. So you are not struggling whatsoever on this boat for storage, for bench space, for cocktail making. It has all been allowed for, and the barbecue situation out there. Overhead, we've got a beautiful finish. We've got this high gloss timber, which kind of frames these leather wrapped panels and the down lights, and you can see the blue backlight. It creates quite a nice sort of feel. It's quite a nice touch to it. And then as you come into the middle, we've actually got the proper sunroof, which is just over and just aft of the Helm. This is going to open if you want to allow air in, and we can also block it out with the Mozzie screen or full sun block out if we need. And we do have blinds, drop down blinds all the way around. So all of these windows up to here, all the way up here, can be fully blocked out from the sun. So from your perspective, you really only need to put a mesh external cover on the windscreen on the outside and then just drop all the internal blinds. So not too much stuffing around. You can leave those bow covers on, and then you can cover the external seats, but it's not essential. If you were using the boat over the weekend, you probably could get away with just leaving them uncovered as long as there's not birds flying in and pooing on them. You should be okay. So there's some cool stuff going on just here. This table, solid, good grab handle or good grab hold, and a great place to eat, obviously, but it will actually disappear. So just have a look at these legs. They're actually on a hinge, and we can get rid of this backrest, and there's a storage space behind, and this whole table will fold away and disappear. So if you want to have this as open, usable space, you can. And then they've also done some clever, typical Riviera thinking. I'm sitting on these, I think you call them puffs. So some of you jump in the comments and laugh at me when I say that. I'm pretty sure they're called puffs, but anyway, whatever they're called. These things for extra seating when you want to do this, but they have also been designed to snugly slide into this position to create a daybed, just here. They've got storage built in. They're on carpet, so you slide around and you're not going to damage the floor, but you've got storage for your games underneath them, just there. But they've also been designed to fit exactly in this space just here. So 1, 2. So if you're going to see and you don't want them sliding around, they're not going to slide around if they're tucked in that position, but they're going to be super secure here. And then this area becomes a little bit of a off-watch nap space when you're doing your long runs. So isn't that clever? I thought that was cool. Let me just finish showing you what is over here, because we have a lovely lounge just here. A lot of cushions. There's a custom, what's her name? The lady at Riviera who does all the cushions? Karen? Sarah. Sarah, sorry if you're watching. Sarah, I've heard about you. So Dean and I made sure we put all the cushions in place today. I hope we've done the right job, because I think your colour combinations are quite nice. I like all the little combos that she's done. So anyway, she has a meeting with you guys. I don't think you're allowed to take delivery of a Riv without having a meeting with her, because she wants to make sure every boat leaves the factory looking cool. But this is a different material. We've got leather and we've got more of a material finish on this one, so it's a good lounge for having a nap. And behind me, we've got this pop-up flat screen TV. So we've got the drop-down TV outside, which I didn't realise, and we've got the big screen TV just here, which raises. So now let's focus on the helm, and then we'll start making our way downstairs. Below the helm, we've got a little bit of storage. These actually pull out just because they can. Isn't that, it's kind of sensible? So you can do with that what you wish. Nice little secret storage cubby hole in there. But one of the first thing I wanted to show you was this seat just here. I just got to try and remember. Here it is. Now this, I think I lift and then, or maybe I push down. There we go. That's how we do it. Isn't this cool? Huh? I have a chair. Chair. What's that movie? Anyway, isn't this cool? So you can have a whole bunch of people chilling out, socializing. It's another place that we haven't wasted the space. And I think that's very, very clever. But I'm going to spin it back around. Do watch the test drive video if you want to see how this thing is in the ocean and around the dock. It's an absolute delight. I really mean that. So I've got electric operation for this seat to go up and down, up, which I don't need, and then I can do forward and I can do aft. I'm going to go full aft position to some of you big blokes, and then I can do the reclining like this. So I'm in the full back position, and have a look forward just to show all the guys. I know many of you tall guys want to see how much space you have at the helm. I think this is going to be one of the better boats for bigger people because we have a lot of space overhead. We've got a lot of space around, and I have quite a lot of space forward. As you can see, my feet are actually not even touching the footrest, but if I put the seat forward, they do. So, coming close to and allow everyone to see. So we've got this carbon fibre and leather wrapped panel, and you can put a few things in here, but starting just here, that's the Garmin, basically that's the touchpad for your 3 screens if you don't want to reach forward and touch them. I love having your windscreen wiper operation, starboard, port and wash just here. That is great when you're offshore rather than having to find them somewhere else, and I hate it when they've got them on touch screens because that's just annoying, especially when you just hit a wave unexpectedly. Your throttles, so that's just very nicely and well positioned at hand. You got your joystick forward and our variable speed bow thruster. That is combined with the joystick. So when you're using your dynamic positioning, this is without a doubt one of the easiest boats to get out of the dock. But you press this to side slip the boat away from the dock, and it will actually combine the bow thruster at the same time. So this is the Humphrey Active Stabilizer. So they are fins. They're on 0 speed just now. That's your engine start and stop just there. And then we've got a whole bunch of our bilges just there, horn, navigation lights, sunroof operation, and these buttons here, it's allowing you to do the windows. So let's just do this window. So come and have a look. Isn't that cool? I love having that. Boom, sealed. So it just goes up and in, and then that allows us to communicate with people on the deck. The air conditioning is exceptional. So if you're from a hot country, I was in Singapore a couple of weeks ago and it was really hot, this would be a great boat to be cruising around that part of the world. Southeast Asia, if you want a practical boat to survive super hot and humid conditions, fantastic. I mean, essentially it is hot and humid in Queensland, so we already designed it for that. So we've got chain counter just here. This is our Volvo Penta diagnostics display. This is our Fusion head unit. That's for the sound. That's our sexy black searchlight, which we saw up on the roof. That's the control there. This is your second C-zone panel, which we can operate the boat from. And this is our air conditioning control. We have these dotted around the boat. Every zone has its own compressor, and you can control the air conditioning. You can see we've got multiple outlets. We have 4 of them dash. so you really can keep yourself quite comfortable. We've got a drink holder for skipper and navigator, and then we've got this ledge forward where you can throw things. Great place to throw a phone like that. Lots of space, and it's all dark, a grey, matte grey leather wrap, so it's not going to be reflecting sun in your eyes. And the dash has been put on such an angle that it gives you very good vis on your screens, but zero loss of visibility forward. And the backrests on those cushions just there provide no hindrance to your visibility forward. The cushions, you got to throw cushions, you got to take off because they'll blow away, obviously. But the bow does not raise in such a manner that it stops your visibility. So that's the point I was trying to make there. Demisting, we've got air conditioning through these outlets dotted around here, and then we've got storage underneath here. And obviously this couch is in the same material as that one over there, but the stitching's been done slightly differently, just to look cool, I guess. So I think I covered everything there. Got the down lights. Oh, the speakers are actually hidden in the roof. That's the speakers. We have them aft as well. Super high quality, lots of bass. So that's them. And I didn't have a look under. Oh, okay. Fire extinguisher. Very cool. Might be able to put an EPIRB in there as well if you wanted. So I think I've covered everything. Let's go downstairs. So you go from, we're on the timber floor. We've got a good amount of grip here. It's going to be great for people of all ages, and a leather wrapped grab handle. But then you come down and you've got a vertical one here. So no safety risks whatsoever. Let's go forward and check out the VIP. I think the first thing that grabbed my attention, let me know what did it for you, was this bulkhead. I like the timber. It's just timber, but they've done it in a funky little design and it looks cool. So you've just got the nice, what is that soft material? It's like, feels like suede or something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it feels quite lovely. So that'd be comfortable. And then this just looks cool. And then these are light switches, so you don't have to get out of bed when you want to switch the lights off at the end of an evening. And then you've got storage on both port and starboard. That's the escape hatch, which doesn't let light through because it's been teaked over. But then you've got mozzie and sun blockouts if it was open. This bed is huge. You could probably say this is a king size. It's quite a beamy thing, and it will lift up. So you've actually got, I don't want to, storage. Oh, look at that. Look how huge that is. So all of your luggage, if you need to fly to your boat, if you keep the boat up at Hamo, for example, I'd be putting the luggage in there. Once you've unpacked everything, that's the place for it. But you also have, if I messed up the bed, oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay. You've also got 4 drawers. So his and hers, you can have a drawer each on either side, and then you have the 3 lockers overhead. And I just look out the window, because some boats haven't done this, or some other brands, they've not allowed for the VIPs to have enough essentially views over the water. I think this has been very stylishly done externally, but we have a really good picture, because if you're sitting in bed, you're going to have this view. I think that's just kind of nice. You know, it's not just catering for the master. So hanging on port, we've got an invisible TV just here, and see how we've carried this timber design? That's kind of cool. Does it do anything? No, I don't think so. So that's cool. And then let's just go over to the starboard side. I'm on soft carpet. Have we got hanging in here? We do. Hanging and a couple of shelves, and then a beautiful big head. And just look at this Corian. I think it's Corian. How they've done this design, which actually ties in with that timber. I think that's what the intention was, but I certainly noticed it. It looks very cool. So this is it's a marble look. I don't know if it's real marble. And this is stainless, real glass, heaps of space. You are certainly not struggling here. This is an American style head and shower. You know, you've got your rain head, and you've got the adjustable shower thing there, and then you've got the teak with very nice, you know, caulking. It's quite like light grey. It looks cool. You put your shampoos in there, your shower control just there. But even the door is just beautiful. Look at this, you know, the timber and the white, the high gloss. Oh, we've got a towel rack behind here. I think that's a heated towel rack. Just found a towel rack, that's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice. Storage in here. And look how they have managed to get the sink kind of flush with this bench top, this sink top, whatever you want to call it. It's very, very nice. These ports have alarms on them. So see that wire there? If that was open and you started going fast, it would let you know, because that's embarrassing. Bit of storage up here and your hand towel just there. Okay. I think that's everything. Did I miss it? Oh, full-size mirror. Here's a full-size mirror, guys. Just check that out. And you really notice the sound deadening when that door is closed. We've got the genset running. That's interesting. So it's quite private. Air conditioning. Now, we'll go and check out the kiddies cabin, but it's got its own access into the head, but it's also the day head. So just come here and have a look in the day head. I don't need to walk around that one as much because you've seen, but that's the day head. And then if you come and have a look at the kiddies cabin, they can go through this door just here, but you come through, that's also got a towel rack by the looks of it. Now come and appreciate, all these doors are held open with magnets, so you just have to open them, they'll do their own thing. We've got a beautiful single on either side. I'll just give you a perspective, very comfortable. Now come and have a look out this window. They've thought about you. This is quite a nice picture. This is going to be a pleasant place to be. You don't feel locked away down here. We've got the TV, we've got the 3 cupboards above the port, single bed just there. And as you can see, we're on tracks. So these 2 singles can slide forward. So it's this one that comes this way and it turns into a double. I've got full standing headroom here and I actually get more headroom just here. And Dean, how tall are you, mate? You're 6'4", you're standing, and I can see a few inches above your head. So there you go. Another opening port, got a little drawer just there, and this door is recessed, so it's all flush, so everything has just been, that's on a magnet, boom, boom. See how it's recessed? Love it. Little details, little details. Okay, so I need to point out there is an option. You don't have to have this second kiddies cabin. So this is where you need to decide how big is my family, how many guests am I going to have with me, because this can be a little lounging space. So you can walk down into more of an open, you're going to lose this bulkhead and you're going to have a lounging saloon type area. So if you want to come down and use it as an office, now I've seen quite a few people doing that, or just a place to read books or whatever, that's an option. But this particular one has been set up, come in with these offset singles. So I think kids are going to love this. That's like a little, hideaway cubby house, isn't it? And once again, they haven't been forgotten about. They've got beautiful, beautiful window through there. We've got the 3 opening lockers, air conditioning, and notice how we're carrying this timber vibe throughout the boat. I think it's a nice touch. I think it's good. So let's just have a look under here. Oh yeah, that's quite deep. See? Oh, that's hanging. Okay, so we've got hanging storage there. What's in here? Oh, more storage. This keeps surprising me. This is not the first time I've been on the boat. I have actually looked around this boat multiple times, but it just keeps surprising me. That's awesome. You have to do the same too. When you're looking at a boat, don't just take one inspection. Watch videos like mine. Come and look at the boat, but then go and have a cup of coffee or go and have lunch, settle your mind, and come back and have another look, because you will do the same as me, and you'll find all this new stuff that you weren't aware of before. How good's this? Just soak this up. So it's huge. This feels like some super yachts that I've toured. Obviously the windows are much bigger in this master, so we're not struggling for views whatsoever, but we've got the beautiful timber on the bulkhead. Again, we've got a massive flat screen TV. We've got heaps of headroom, and it's all level floor. We're not going up and down like you do on many full beam masters, so it's super, super nice. We've got all this storage, heaps and heaps of storage. These drawers here, various sizes. This is leather, so it's going to be good for putting things. And then we've got, I think that's for throw cushions. That must be for throw cushions. Yep. And then we've got this lovely lounge here. We've got a bigger portholes. We've got up here, we've got all these. So there's 4 of them for storage on either side. What are we going to put? I can see some people putting fancy vases and stuff here. Oh, this is for, I think this is for your dirty washing. It must be, yeah, because the, it's so good. Awesome. I got to show you the head before we go there, because there's more happening. I think we're going to put an espresso coffee machine here for you in the morning, because that door is also recessed, and then behind that door you've got another hanging locker just in there. Isn't that cool? So when the door's open, that's recessed in there. I think we're going to do coffee machine here. That's marble. Got a little light up here, and then you can put all your coffee pods up there, and I think you do your coffee cups under here. What's in here? Another fridge, a little cute one, super cool, with an ice drawer, and then it's not going to go anywhere in a seaway. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so you can put some shoes there. You've got hanging storage just there, and then we've got all of this running down the starboard side. So girls who want to do their makeup, must be this. Yes, look at that. Put all your stuff in there. You've got the mirror, beautiful views. Got this thing, that's all soft. Fantastic. And then you can both have a side in terms of the drawers. You've got 3 on either side, and then, oh my God, you've got dirty washing for his and hers. That's super cool. I love little things. That's great. So come in, because this head and shower is incredible. Come in and check it out. It's a changing area. You've got 2 sinks just here. You've got a massive shower. But look, well, let me just pace this out. 1, 2, it's 3 meters wide and a little bit more if you include the shower stall. So it feels like, this feels like some hotels I've been to in Istanbul, actually, where they do bathrooms. They do really fancy bathrooms in Turkey. This gives me that sort of vibe. Huge amount of storage, all of this space along here, massive mirror, 2 sinks, got the hand soap and the toothbrush holder. I think that's the same as on the other side, yep. So that's incredible. Don't know what that's for, not sure. And that'll be for your toothbrushes and stuff. But this is like a change room, because we've got more hanging lockers just here. That's going to be for the bloke, that's going to be for the wife, she'll want more. And then you've probably actually put shoes in here too, if you wear that many shoes on boats. Don't know, jump in the comments, let me know. So these are the towel racks that I actually saw in every head. I'm assuming they're heated. I don't actually know. They are heated, okay. I don't know where the button is. But then you've got all the little things like hooks just here behind the doors for your beach towels. We've got a, well, no, I thought that was a mirror. No, that's white. Where is, oh, so we're just using this mirror. Okay, all right, that makes sense. And then you can both put your shampoo, and you've got your rainhead shower, and the loo is in this own little private spot there. I just think it's fantastic. And we've got the marble just there, which is giving us hints of that timber finish which we saw before. All right, let's start making our way through the crew quarters. Just appreciate this bed head. Got a little storage on either side, charging for your phones. You're just not struggling whatsoever. And look out the window again. There's waves passing us. These active fin stabilizers. There's tide and waves, and you might be able to see through this window. Just come and have a look at that. That is not smooth water, but reference that against the horizon. It feels like I could put a glass of champagne here and it's not going to fall over. That's the kind of stability we're experiencing right now. So, this is cool. So it's set up as a crew quarters. You don't have to have a crew quarters, but there's actually 2 doors here. So this door, boom, boom, and then you have a second door, not currently installed because we've just come from a boat show, to seal up the crew quarters. So this is actually your own little, is that going to be the, no, would this be for the crew? I'm not too sure. Well, you got more storage in here, and that's, yeah, it's just storage. It's not hanging that I can see. It's for someone, but what I love is the sound insulation. So it is a proper separation from master to crew. If you were going to run a boat like this with crew, I suspect many of you are not. Then, once you get into this area, you've actually got the washer dryer. You've got drawers down there. You've got your own little sink, fridge, microwave, mirror, everything. Like this is good stuff. We've got more storage up above just here. And I want to focus on this whole window as well. They've even catered for the crew, because there's so many crew cabins. You go down and they are these terrible, dingy little spaces. I would not feel bad at all down here. Got a toilet with a combined shower. You can actually see my bag is in the shower unit. But I can imagine quite a few of you just storing surfboards or other toys down here, because through here is direct access into the engine room and also out onto the aft deck. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to open that aft door. Actually, it's not even that hot. It's not too bad, but I'll open it anyway. Alrighty. Okay, just to let some air flow and some more light in. Now, just stay there and just appreciate the headroom. So even the big blokes can walk around here. Then now look at the floor. Look how it's been professionally done. So you're not sort of clambering over things. Now come down here. This is where you do an oil change from. Plug into this unit. Look at this. Fuel filters right here. My raw water intakes. Like, they have designed this space in such a way that the stuff that you need to check, you can get to it. Like, it's really, really well done. We've got the generator, so primary genset just here. This is air extraction. We can actually, even for Australia, this is for the shore power retraction, so the cable that's super popular overseas, but it is starting to land on our shores as well. Refrigeration, we got water tank just here, and this is one of the 2 primary motors. But I think what I'm going to do, let's go down the center line and show you. So above the motors, this is actually the tender garage. So this, with the insulation on it, is actually where the tender lives. But then when you come with me. So this is actually not bad for this style of boat. You can still get in here and access right through the motors, and then we can go around the starboard side. But we've got batteries, we've got the lithium pack on this one, and we've got our night genset on the starboard side. So we've got our primary genset on the port, night on the starboard, and everything is accessible, from wiring looms to raw water pickups, all accessible. And even in all the cabins, you can quite easily get into the bilges as well. I'm going to run down this side just so you can see. See, I'm still standing up. Like, it's been so well done. Everything is marked in English. Everything is accessible. This is obviously a smaller genset compared to the other one, so this is our night genset, but it's been designed in such a way to combine with the lithium pack that you don't need to run the genset at night. You can still have the active fin stabilization on 0 speed and your AC for enough time that you're not going to piss off your neighbours. So they've thought about that. And this panel here is getting to all the primary, remember how the C-Zone was operated from up at the Helm or in the Saloon? All those switches are actually done from here, so you can do it manually. As I mentioned before, all very well labelled. So let's just quickly run after the motors. You can have a quick look That's hydraulics just there. And this, just here, is the IPS drive unit itself. So, once again, plenty of access. How good's that? So, come out. Yeah, look at these waves. Ooh, I've got sunnies. Look at these waves. And I'm not even struggling. Like, I can stand here and feel comfortable. So if you're 83 years old and you've done, played too much rugby, I think you could do it too. That's the point I'm trying to make. Come on upstairs. I reckon we wrap it up here. So, oh, how good's this? How good's this? Yeah, I've continually get blown away by how good these things are, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an Aussie. I'm saying it because I've circled the world about 3 times this year already, and I just keep going to boat manufacturers, and I'm testing boats and driving them in all of the oceans across the world, and it's just hard to beat a Riv. They're doing such a good job. If you want a boat that you can run yourself, if you want a boat that you can run with minimal crew, and if you want a boat that you can operate in harsh environments, these are definitely the boat for you. And I think focusing on this model, on the 6800 Sport Yacht Platinum, I think the vibe, I honestly get it, it's about keeping your family together, because you're not going to buy one of these as your first boat. If you do, I'm jealous, good on you. But I suspect you would have had a few boats before, and you can see the need for a sizable vessel like this because you've got kids and you've got grandkids, and everybody loves to go boating, and why not give them that opportunity to encourage them to get on a plane or get in the car or whatever they have to do to keep the family together. So that's the vibe I get. So if you are seriously interested in this boat, you want to experience how easy it is to operate, like I was just explaining to you, come for a drive. We're doing that right now. We're going to go out into the ocean. We're going to practice parking it in the dock. We're going to drop the anchor, and I'm just going to try and educate you the best way as I possibly can. That's a separate video. It's coming up on the screen right now. Do us a favor, get on the Patreon and ask me questions over there if you want to learn or if you want to talk to me directly. Don't send me a DM. I don't have the time to respond to all the DMs. I'm going to put extra content up there which is specifically aimed at those of you who are buying boats. And if you just want to enjoy or support the channel in a free way, please just like, subscribe, share it with your mates. That is honestly so valuable. I really, really appreciate it. My name's Dan Jones. You've been watching Dan's Boat Life, coming to you from beautiful Queensland. I look forward to wherever I am next time. You're all legends. See you then.